So let's talk about a scenario where we're verbally diffusing a situation in school. So let's say that this situation doesn't really warrant me striking him in the face. So I'm trying to use my verbal dialogue to defend myself. So let's say I'm in the lunch line, okay, I'm trying to pick up my tater tots and my French bread pizza, and then Mr. Joe comes up and he starts pushing me or yelling at me.
Buddy, what are you doing?
Well, listen, whoa. I'm just gonna get my lunch, right? I'm looking him in the eye, I'm in my stance, so I'm facing him from here. Now, as he keeps saying stuff to me, I have a couple options. So he keeps talking.
Buddy, give me some of that. What are you
Listen, hold on. Listen, buddy. I'm just going to get my tater tots. I'm just going to go back in my line. I don't want any trouble. So I'm just trying to work with the scenario. Now, every scenario will be different, okay? You want to use your intuition, and then you want to see what the best options can be. So I'm just kind of like, buddy, listen, do you want to go in front of me? Like, you can go in front of me. I don't care. No, you're not going to have mine, right? Those are mine. So I'm standing my ground, but I'm not being overly aggressive. Now, obviously in the lunch line, there's probably the lunch ladies and stuff like that. So if you talk a little bit louder, you can get the attention of them too. Remember, with bullying or being pushed around, you don't want to isolate yourself. You want to make sure you bring other people into your bully brigade to help you out. So I'm just using my talk and stuff like that. If he wants to go in front of me in line, I let him go in front of me in line, okay? You want to make sure you're using that intuition, but when you're trying to verbally diffuse it, you're facing your adversary, your hands are up, and you're just trying to talk to them. At any point, if it becomes physical and he grabs me, now we physically defended ourselves. There's my kick, there's my lock, all right? But we want to make sure the utmost thing we want to do is be safe. And avoiding a physical altercation with my words is like the highest form of self-defense. Now let's talk about verbal diffusing where the adversary is kind of pushing you. The hands are on you, okay? Now we talked about I don't really want to hit them if I don't have to. If I think I do, then I do. But in this scenario, I'm going to teach you a little trick just to stay with your attacker. So from here, if Mr. Joe's kind of pushing me, I always want to keep my hands above his. This way, if my hands are above him like this and he goes to strike me, my hands are already up. If my hands are below his and then he goes to punch me, I can't stop him from striking me. So if I'm just trying to verbally diffuse the situation, my hands are on top. So maybe he's pushing me, I'm still in my self-defense stance, and you can see how my hands are just on top of his. So I'm just staying on top. Now, as we're talking, if he's pushing me, my hands are here. Yeah, of course, I can kick, I can do my striking, but I'm trying to just verbally diffuse this. The good thing is, if you have a lot of skill, you don't need to strike everybody right away. You're confident in your abilities. You can kind of see if that you're needed to physically defend yourself. If it's an adult doing this to me, I'm just striking him, okay? So you gotta understand a little bit difference here. We're talking about a peer your own age. So from here, his hands are on me, and I don't care if he touches me. I just don't want him to hit me or to grab me. So I'm just like this, all right? So I'm on top. Now the second option would be, if I think he's getting a little bit more rough with me, I'm gonna take my hand, circle underneath, and then grab onto his bicep. So I'm holding here. This hand's on top, this hand's checking. The good thing about this is most people are right-handed. So if he goes to punch me with his right hand, I'm already checking it out, all right? From this position, yeah, we might be starting a little scramble a little bit. We might do a little bit of self-defense, but I'm just staying above my adversary, his hand. So I'm here, and now I'm here. Now, the third option is me taking this hand, rolling it in. So I have double bicep control. So from this position, I'm holding on to him. If we're in this position, we're probably gonna get to some self-defense techniques where I can kick him in the groin, where I can knee him, where I can come over and elbow him. So you wanna make sure you're just staying with them. So position 1 is here, position 2, single bicep, position 3 is your double bicep, just in here, okay? Now, the fourth one I'm going to show you just from this drill would be triceps. So I'm holding on to his triceps here, and then the fifth one would be the wrist. So now, this is a little drill we're going to do. We're going to do it again just so you can start to be mobile with your hands. Position 1 is up here. I go to position 2, I go to position 3, I go to position 4, and then 5. So those are the 5 positions that we're working with. Now from here, I can kind of go right from position 1. If I want to go to position 5, I can do that too. So I'm just learning how to control my adversary. When he comes up here, my hands are up. Now, what I'm going to do is if he's getting more violent and he's starting to push me, yeah, I can hook him out there. I can hook him here. I can come in from here. I'm just making sure I control my adversary and where his hands are going. So a good example would be if I'm coming here and I'm holding onto him from here. If I need to snake in here, I'm starting my self-defense technique. So I'm going to kick him in the groin. I'm going to hit him in the face. I can go for my reap like that. But when you do your self-defense, you want to make sure you stay on top of their hands. If he's pushing me, this is where the fourth position comes in, the triceps. So I'm holding onto him from here, and then I can use my self-defense skills to come in. So when you're practicing this drill at home, one more time, we have top of the wrist, we have a single bicep on top of the wrist, we have a double bicep, we have his triceps, and then we have a wrist grab. So you want to make sure you stay on top of them and you're fluid with your hands.